Hi everyone, welcome. So we know we are now a step before Passover. It's less than a week. We enter in Pesach, Passover, and we preparing ourselves to that amazing opportunity. So we like to read together with you a letter from Rav Brandwin that he shared with our teacher Rav Berg about the consciousness that we should have, in this time, in the time of Pesach, and also we can take this consciousness with us the rest of the year. So Rav Banan saying, I'm going to read and translate, ואני מאוד שמח על זה שאתה תאכל מצה שמורה כראוי, כי כתוב בשם רבנו הארי, ז"ל, he says to the Rav that I'm very happy that you're going to eat the matzah shmura that been made in the exact way. We know there is a special way to do a matzah shmura. The way that the center is doing it, it's called matzah shmura, that the matzah been taken care of since they harvest the wheat till they bake in the matzah. So you have supervision, like somebody is watching over it, that everything is okay, everything been made in the right way. So that's very high level and powerful matzah. כי כתוב בשם הרבנו הארי ז"ל, because it says that the הארי, in כתבי הארי, it says, כל הנזהר ממשהו חמץ, מובטח לו שלא יחטא כל השנה. The הארי הקדוש, רבי יצחק לוריה, he says, it's a Kabbalist from the 16th century, he says that the one that is careful from chametz, from something it's chametz, from something that is chametz, he been promised that he's not going to create a short circuit the entire year. Try to imagine that, right? How powerful is the matzah shmura, that can help us to elevate our consciousness, to elevate our actions, our thoughts, to that level that we're not going to do short circuit the entire year. Just try to think about it, okay? Even though we read it like maybe fast, but it's very powerful thing. And now Rav Brandwin, going to explain. ויש לדייק בדבר, כי לא אמר כל מי שלא אוכל משהו חמץ, רק כל הנזהר ממשהו חמץ. It says, the Ari didn't mention that the one that doesn't eat chametz, he didn't say eat, he says be careful from something that it's chametz. Why he used the word careful and not the word eating? Because we know we really like careful about what we eat in the time of Pesach, right? But here the Ari used different word. He used careful and didn't use it. So he says, כי לא לאכול משהו חמץ, אין זה ביד האדם. כי משהו חמץ אין לו שיעור, ואם הוא שואף אוויר, יכול להיות שבאוויר יש משהו חמץ, והוא בלעו, בנשמתו, ונכנס בו משהו חמץ. Says, because when you're talking about something that it's chametz, it says that the person cannot control. Why? He says, because chametz can be also in the air. So even though you can be careful about what you're eating, what you're drinking, where you put the food in a 1% level, but he says chametz can be in the air, and the person can inhale, the chametz, and now it's inside of his body. So he used chametz in Pesach. ולכן כתוב הנזהר משהו חמץ, שאנו מצווים על הזהירות. It says, this is why the Ari wrote, the one that is careful from chametz, because the mitzvah, the precept is about to be careful from chametz. ואם אנו נזהרים ושומרים עד כמה שבאפשרותנו, so if we really like have the consciousness and we try to make it in a way that we're really careful from anything that's chametz, of course, about eating, drinking, where I'm putting the food, about the places I'm actually walking nearby and different places that have a lot of chametz, אז אנו בטוחים. So then we actually if we're doing the best that we can, because it's a matter of consciousness. And then he says, for sure, then we can be safe that the Creator will protect us. So if I'm protecting myself and I'm really careful about chametz, about something that is chametz, the light will protect me. לא רק ממשהו חמץ בפסח, not just from something חמץ in Pesach, אלא שלא נחטא כל השנה. Also, he will help me not to create a short circuit the entire year. That's an amazing deal. Just think about it. You know, for like 8 days, we need to be careful from anything that's chametz, anything that actually can help, anything that related with the desire to receive oneself alone. And if we do that, it says that the Creator will protect us in Pesach and also will protect us for the entire year. That we're not going to create a short circuit. I think it's an amazing deal. I don't know what you think, but it's an amazing deal. ולכן טעות היא שיש לכאלה הנוהגים שלא אוכלים בפסח מאומה כדי שלא לבוא לידי אכילת משהו חמץ. It says there are people that they decided that in Pesach they're not going to eat. You know, just eat maybe matzah and something small because they don't want to. Why? It says because they afraid that they're not going to eat by mistake something that it's chametz. He says, כי לא די בזה שאינם נזהרים שלא לאכול משהו, כי כשאינם אוכלים, אז ממילא אין להם לדייק בזהירות. So he said, they're not really doing the precept of careful from chametz. Because, you know, just to say, I'm not going to eat anything, just, you know, matzah and water and something like that. He says, they're not using the precept of like, they should eat, but they should careful about what they eat, how they eat, where they put the food, and also where they walk in, that maybe there is in the air, there is chametz. So he says, ממילא אין להם לדייק בזהירות, הרי הם בכל מבזים את המודעות ומבטלים את המצווה של שמחת בחגיך. So he says, by doing that, they kind of canceling the precept of that we should careful from chametz, and they canceling the consciousness, and they canceling the precept of what we're supposed to do. And one of the precept we're supposed to enjoy. ושמחת בחגיך, we should be happy in the holiday. This is why we need to eat like, you know, whatever we can in that time, but not just not chametz. So we're supposed to enjoy. With this holiday, it's about enjoy and be happy, not chas v'shalom to suffer, okay? אלא אדרבה יש לאכול כדי הצורך, אבל בזהירות. So we need to eat what we need, but to be careful, okay? To be careful from chametz. And now Rav Brandwin is giving another point, very powerful point. He's saying, ובכלל יש לשים לב בכל המצוות ובפרט בצדקה. He says we should pay attention at the entire mitzvot, entire precept, and especially at the precept of tzedakah, precept of donation. שהעיקר הוא השמחה. The main thing when a person give is the happiness. He need to be happy while he's giving. של המצווה, the happiness of the mitzvah, the happiness of the precept. Any precept that we're using, any good deed that we are doing, he says the main thing in the precept is to be happy. Because we can do a lot of physical precepts, but it doesn't mean we're connecting if we're not happy while we're doing that precept. ולא מספיק המצווה עצמה, it says it doesn't enough just to do the precept. We need to cleave ourselves with the happy place. I want to do it in a happy way and from a happy place. ויש בספר שער המצוות דף א' ט' ב', and it says in the book of one of the book of the Ari, שער המצוות, דף א' ט' ב', שמעריך בזה ושואל, שהרי מצינו בדברי חז"ל קדושין ל"ט, he says, the Ari says that we find, he writes, you know, in a longer way, but he find in a place from the righteous, it's called from קדושין ל"ט, שאמרו, that they say, כל העושה מצווה אחת מטיבין לו ומאריכין ימיו. Each person that is doing one good deed, they give him a lot of good and they making his life longer. וכיוצא בזה אמרו כל המקיים מצווה פלונית יש לו כך וכך, and each person that is doing and working with the precept, he's receiving this reward or this reward, right? Different type of energies. והנה אנחנו ראינו כמה וכמה מצוות שעושים בן אדם ואינם מתקיימים. But we see like a lot of cases of people that they did precept, they did good deeds, but they didn't receive the blessings they're supposed to receive. דברי רבותינו חס ושלום, בעניין גודל שכרם אפילו בעולם הזה. אבל השורש שהכל נשען עליו, הוא שבעשת המצוות, בעשת המצווה, אל יחשוב שהיא עליו כמסע וממהר להסירה מעליו. So he said, one of the things like why a person, if he doing a precept, and he doesn't receive what he's supposed to receive, and Rav Brandwin says, when the person is doing the precept, you know, the root of how the energy is depend on, it's depend if the person is thinking, oh, it's hard for me, you know, I have to do it, okay, I study Kabbalah, and they told me I need to give, I need to do, I need to volunteer, I need to help people, I need to smile, I need to say good words to other people, you know, I need to change. So if you feel like that, it's heavy on him, he doesn't really connect with the right way to cleave himself with the precept. Because what the Rabbanan said before, we need to be happy. Thank God I have this precept. Thank God I have this consciousness that I can change, I can do. You know, imagine if you have money that you want to share, and no one wants to receive from you. You're really happy, you want to share. Nobody wants to receive from you. No one. You even throw it in the street, and no one wants to pick it up. How are you going to feel? You're going to feel excited? You know, we need people, we need situations that will give us the ability to share. If someone doesn't want to receive from me, I can share. I can't earn the light. So actually, who is the giver? When I'm thinking, oh, I'm giving, but who is the giver? The giver really is the person that's receiving, or the place, right? So when the place or the person receive my good deed, he give me the opportunity to share. But if I'm coming from a place, oh, I need to share again, and then give again, and help again, and this, it's become heavy. I'm not happy about, wow, what an opportunity. I can share, I can give right now, and thank you for giving me that opportunity to share. I missed the opportunity, Rav Brandwin said. And this one, many times we are giving and sharing with people, with people in need, or families, or even in the center. You give tithing, you give donation, you come to help, you volunteer, you're doing something. If I'm not coming from the happy place, I'm happy that I have this opportunity now that I can share. Wow, thank God, I can share from happy place. I miss the opportunity of making the connection to receive the blessings. אבל יחשוב בשכלו. So now Rav Brandwin given us a trick. Now, we're talking about not just when a person just give and share, also he mentioned when a person is study, connecting with the Torah, connecting with the tree of life. Also, I need to be happy that I'm study. I have this ability to cleave myself with the Zohar, 70 names of God, Ana Bekoach, all of the tools. Wow, what a merit I have. I'm so happy that I have it, and I can do it, I can connect. אבל יחשוב בשכלו כאילו בעשותו אותה מצווה, ירוויח 1,000 דינרי זהב ויהיה שמח בעשותו אותה מצווה, בשמחה. He said, when a person is doing the precept, what he need to meditate and to think in his mind, he need to think that right now, while he's doing the precept, he will receive thousands and thousands of gold coins. Thousands of gold coins. And now he will be happy to do that precept. He says, בשמחה שאין לה קץ, מלב ונפש, with happiness that there's no end to that happiness, that he feel it in his heart and in his soul, is his nefesh, ובחשק גדול, he will have excitement to do it, כאילו ממש בפועל נותנים לו. He will feel like in the 1%, in the 1% he receiving now, the 1,000, thousands of gold, כאילו ממש בפועל נותנים לו 1,000 דינרי זהב, אם יעשה אותו המצווה. He receiving those thousands and thousands of gold as he is doing right now the mitzvah. וזה סוד הפסוק תחת אשר לא עבדת את השם אלוקיך בשמחה ובטוב לבב גומר. There is a sentence that actually say that and explain that. This is what Rabbi Brandwin explained. וגומר, ובטוב לבב גומר, וכפי גודל שמחתו באמת ובטוב לבב הפנימי, כך יזכה לקבל אור עליון, ואם יתמיד, ככה אין ספק שישרה עליו רוח קודש. It says, according the level of the person happiness, while he's doing the precept, according that level, he will receive the energy from the Creator. Okay? So we just need to think about it, because it's very, very powerful what Brandwin said. While we're doing a good deed, while we're sharing, we're giving, I'm already doing it. Stop for a second. I want to check if really I'm doing it with happiness, with excitement. Meditate about the gold coins that Brandwin said. Be happy. Feel it in your heart, feel it in your soul, feel it on all of your body parts. Take in a second, take in a minute, you know? And then I want to cleave myself with that energy of happiness, because I don't want to miss the opportunity. And he says, if a person do that according to the level of his happiness, according to that he will receive the blessings. He says the upper light. And if he will continue and do all of his good deeds in that way of happiness, he says there's no doubt that this person will receive divine inspiration. Divine inspiration. ועניין זה נוהג בקיום כל המצוות כולם, and that rule, it's pouring and activating the entire precepts. בין בעת שעוסק בתורה, שיהיה בחשק גדול, even while he's studying and busy with the Torah, he need to have really, really like excitement and happiness to work with the Torah. שיהיה בחשק, בתורה, שיהיה בחשק גדול נמרץ, בהתלהבות עצומה, כאילו הוא עומד לפני המלך. You need to feel like when he study, like he is standing in front of the king instead of the light, and he study. Can you just try to imagine that? Wow, happy, joy. הוא משרת לפניו בחשק גדול, and he actually served the light, served the king in excitement and happiness, למצוא חן בעיניו, that he want the light to love him, to like him, and to give him more blessings. לקבל ממנו מעלה יתרה וגדולה על כאן לשונו. That the person, that why I'm doing it, because I want to receive from the light extra energy, to jump to my next level. אתה תעיין בדברים האלה, הספר עיניו רב ברנדווין tell to the רב, you should look in those words, in what we just explained, בדברים האלה, הספר לפניך, in that book in front of you, וכדאי לחזור על הדברים עד שיהיו כמו טבע שני ותזכה לכל הנ"ל. And if you do that, and it's very important to repeat it again and again and again, till it become second nature, and you're going to have the merit to receive all of those blessings. So now we are a minute or so before Pesach. We would like to increase our desire to, first of all, to, you know, what Rabban said to the Rav, to be careful from chametz, you know. Chametz, yeah, one thing it's about food and about drinks and about all of those rules that we learn and we know. But also it's to use the tools. If it's the matzah, right, for the 7 days, and if it's to be careful in those 7 days, to be careful from any type of desire to receive for oneself alone. Because one thing, yes, it's the 1%, but second, I want to make sure and to check, because imagine there is a huge projector of light that can help me and show me in that time of Pesach, where is my desire to receive for oneself alone? Where my opponent is tricking me? That I think, no, it's nothing, but actually it's a big deal, it's a big thing. So we can actually, if we have that thought, we can start to see it. And that's the careful also, because the careful start from my mind, from my thoughts, okay? And second, I want to use that trick, what Rav Brandwin said to the Rav, that the Ari actually saying, in Kedvei Ari, that to meditate before I'm doing any good deed, not to work like a robot. I want to be a robot of the light. I want to be a slave of the light, not slave of the opponent. So I want to think, I want to meditate, I want to put the intention. I want to do it with happiness. Any good deed I'm doing, or study the Torah, study the from the Zohar, or right now we study together. I want to come with excitement, with happiness, right? Because according to my level of happiness, that's the upper light will dwell in my vessel, and then the light, if I continue, he says, Rabban, the light will give us more and more and more, extra energy, extra happiness, extra from whatever we supposed to receive, or I want to have extra. And then if I continue doing it, it can become my second nature. And Rabban said, the person, if he's doing it again, in each precept, not just one precept, in all of the precepts, the light for sure will give him divine inspiration. And divine inspiration is connecting us with the light to receive the messages, to receive all of the things, what I need to do right now. How can I help? Who I should help? What I should do? All of those things that we sometimes bother with. Now you have divine inspiration, and we know what I should do. How should I do? And we know it's from the light. And then we have the peaceful mind. We have the peace within. So let's take this amazing teaching from Rav Brandwin, and not just keeping it in our mind. Let's make a commitment or decision. I'm going to apply it. I want to apply it. I want to remember it, and I want to apply it because I want to be happy. I want to clean myself with the light, and really to see the blessing that I'm supposed to receive in my life. So let's open the mics and let's wish one to each other Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom, Hag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom, Hag Sameach.
Thank you, Michael. Shabbat Shalom, Michael. Everybody.
Very welcome.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Hag Sameach, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.